You know how some people wake up early to work out, pray, or start their day productively. My HOA president, Karen, wakes up early to ruin lives. It was a Thursday night, or technically Friday morning, when my phone buzzed at 3:15 a.m. I thought it was an emergency. Maybe a family member, maybe something at work. I rubbed my eyes, picked up, and heard that voice. "Pack your things," Karen said coldly. "You're evicted." Still half asleep, I blinked. "Evicted? What are you talking about?" "You've violated HOA regulations repeatedly," she said, her tone dripping with fake authority. "Your trash cans were visible from the street. You left your porch light on after midnight. And your car, parked too close to the curb. You're out." I sat up, now fully awake. "Karen, you don't have the authority to evict anyone. I own this house." She sniffed. "Not for long. We've decided you're done here. Expect the sheriff soon." Then she hung up. I didn't even bother arguing, it was too absurd. I made myself a cup of coffee and actually laughed. I've been a homeowner here for 9 years. Mortgage paid, deed in my name. The HOA could fine me for grass length or mailbox color, sure, but eviction? That's fantasy land. At 5:30 a.m., there was a furious pounding on my door. I opened it, and there she was, robe curlers, clipboard in hand, her face twisted with rage. "Why are you still here?" she demanded, pushing her way onto my porch. "You were supposed to be gone 2 hours ago." "Karen," I said calmly, "you called me in the middle of the night and told me to leave my own home. You can't do that." She jabbed a finger toward me. "I can. The HOA voted unanimously." "Who voted?" I asked. "Me," she snapped. I couldn't help but laugh. "So you held a one-person vote at 3 in the morning and decided I don't live here anymore?" Her eyes flared. "You think this is funny? You will regret this when the sheriff comes." That's when I smiled. Good. Because I'd love to see his face when he hears your story. See, what Karen didn't know was that my younger brother Jake is the deputy sheriff for our county. I sent him a quick text about the eviction notice. He replied, "On my way. Grab popcorn." 10 minutes later, a cruiser rolled up. Jake stepped out in uniform, looked at me, then at Karen, who immediately straightened up and tried to act official. "Officer," she said. "Thank goodness you're here. This man is illegally occupying a property owned by the HOA." Jake raised an eyebrow. "Ma'am, whose name is on the deed?" "Mine. Well, no, his, but the HOA." "Ma'am," Jake said firmly, "you can't evict a homeowner without a court order. You can't show up at 5:30 a.m. banging on doors. In fact, this is harassment." Karen went red. "You can't talk to me like that. I'll report you." Jake smirked. "To who? The sheriff? That's my boss." She froze. I added, "And just for the record, Karen, every word of this is being recorded by my porch camera. You just trespassed, threatened me, and falsely claimed authority you don't have." That finally cracked her composure. She stammered something about misunderstandings and community standards, before waddling back to her golf cart and speeding off. But I wasn't done. Later that morning, I printed the camera footage, the text logs, and a transcript of her 3:15 a.m. call. I sent everything to the HOA board and the county housing department. Turns out, she'd been making similar midnight eviction threats to other residents, elderly folks who didn't know their rights. Within a week, she was removed from her position. The board issued a formal apology and even refunded part of our HOA dues for distress caused by recent leadership behavior. Karen? She moved out 3 months later after being fined for harassment and trespassing. These days, when my phone buzzes in the middle of the night, it's never her. But every now and then, when I sit on my porch sipping coffee before sunrise, I still chuckle at the thought of her standing